All right, so we got the E46. The owners of it didn't want to. All right, so I just realized I'm an absolute fucking idiot. I left the title on the trailer. Thank God it's right here. I don't know how it stayed on there, so at least we didn't have to go back. We do have it on the trailer. It's back there. You can't see it, but we are going to go to a gas station. I'm going to show you guys what I bought for $500. And this is what I bought. She's not a looker, and she needs a lot of work. You can see that that's a lot lower than the back, and underneath it's leaking gas, but I don't think you can see that, but it is leaking gas from the tank. All right, so I'm back at the shop again, and I'm going to see if I can fix this fuel leak. I'm not exactly sure what's wrong with it yet. I want to see if it's just like something came loose, or if there's actually a bigger issue with the car that I don't know of. It smells like crayons in here. Let's go ahead and connect the battery. And it does start and it does drive, so that is a good thing. It's just the biggest problem right now is the fuel leak. So let's go ahead and get it fired up. There we go. Now, I didn't notice that in the pictures of the car listing, but we'll have to see what that's for. As you can see, it's leaking a lot. It seems like it would be coming from the top because every time you run it is when it leaks. So we're just gonna start from there. Look at that. All right, so I have this off. I'm gonna pop this cover off. I think I smell a little bit of fuel, so hopefully it's really easy to fix. It should just be a line or something. I'm hoping I don't have to drop the tank, but we'll see. All right, so this looks really bad. I think I found the problem. It looks like there was some mice that got up in here, and they might have chewed out the gas line, and I'm gonna take that as this might be an easy fix. So I'm going to take all that stuff out and grab it with something other than my bare hands, because that's pretty disgusting, and I'm gonna see what is going on with that. All right, so I cleaned some of this out, and I think I found the leak right there, that hole in that line. I need to figure out where that goes, and I need to see if I'm able to replace it easily without having to drop the tank, but I have a feeling that's not gonna be that easy. All right, so seeing that it's just a hole in the fuel line, I'm going to do a temporary fix on it for right now, and I'm just gonna kind of get around it with either Flex Seal or JB Weld. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna go to the store and figure that out. Hopefully that fixes the fuel leak issue, so I can at least move it around without leaking 93 everywhere, and I can maybe drive it down the road, give it a little test drive. It does have a ticking in the engine. It kind of sounds like a sticky valve. I hope it's nothing too serious. But yeah, I'm going to push this out, and I'm going to run to the store, and hopefully we can patch this line and at least get it running decently. Back at the shop now, and I got some JB water weld. It does work on PVC plastic, and it is good for fuel tanks, so it should be able to withstand fuel. Oh my God, look at this poor car, man. The YouTube shorts really did it in. Whew. Hopefully we're going to be starting the project soon, but if you guys want to like and subscribe so you can help me out with that, that'd be fantastic, and I would appreciate you lots. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is just sand that area down and wipe it off a little bit, and then I'm going to put the JB Weld right on top, and then I'll probably wrap it with some kind of tape just to keep it in place, and it should be good, hopefully. Fingers crossed. All right, I got it all on there around that hole, so we'll let it cure for about an hour, and then I'll wrap it in probably like electrical tape or something just to try to keep that on there as best as possible. And then we're gonna see if we leak any more fuel onto the ground. It's been almost an hour. I'm still gonna let that cure for a little bit longer before I, try to start it. But while I was waiting, I did go ahead and fill up the brake fluid reservoir because there was no brakes, and they did regain pressure. So that's a good thing. They're probably gonna have to be changed anyway, but it's all right. Also, another thing that I did is I changed out some of the fuses because the transmission light being on, or the exclamation point with the cog around it, generally that means maybe a fuse is bad. I remember on my old E46 that's what it meant, so hopefully that fixes it. If not, then we'll have to diagnose it further. As far as getting it started, it should be almost ready. I don't know how far along this is in getting cured just yet. It still has a lot of time left before that actually cures. That's taking a lot longer than they said it would. All right, that's all hardened up. I put a little bit extra on the ends just to keep it from leaking too much. Let's see if we leak any gas. I'm gonna turn it to the first position. We're gonna see. Okay. And I see no gas. So I think we're good. Let's go ahead and start her up. Come on, baby. There we go. She's running. I'm gonna let it warm up for a little bit and we'll see if that ticking goes away. And obviously I'll keep checking that pump to see if it's leaking at all. And it looks like we fixed the problem. That was extremely easy. And it's not leaking. Oh, thank God. I can actually drive this thing now. Well, as long as the suspension wasn't collapsed. It's lit up like a Christmas tree. That sounds about right for an older BMW. But I'm gonna let it run for a little bit and we'll see what, if anything, changes. Now this is the ticking I was talking about. Not sure exactly where it's coming from, but we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Maybe it'll go away once it warms up, I don't know. All right, so she's running pretty good. I'm actually not hearing any more clicking, so as soon as it warmed up, it went away. So that is a good thing. Now, here's where I think that light next to the parking, or next to park, comes into play. Listen. Oh, it's not making that sound anymore. Okay, so maybe it's healing itself. That's, you know, kind of a good thing. The brakes go straight to the floor still. That's fine. At least the car runs though. You know, brakes I can handle. Engine, not yet, because, you know, that car right there. So this is another reason why the car was so cheap, is because the strut completely blew out. The spring, it looks like it bent this and just completely shot off. So it's probably a cheap brand. I wouldn't be surprised. Or it might be original with the car. I really don't know. Yeah, these brakes are, they're pretty cooked. But I mean, it's really like, it honestly doesn't look that bad. I haven't really gotten under the car yet to look at anything, but just taking a look, I mean, it's not that bad, to be honest with you. For $500, I don't think I can complain that much. All right, I definitely shouldn't be doing this with the suspension the way it is, but I'm taking it out for like a little drive down my little street here. I think the transmission might just be low on fluid. It's shifting pretty rough. But, oh my God, it's so shaky. It is driving. That, you know, got to give it some kind of credit. All right, so, I mean, it drives, but the transmission, I'm not sure about. It's shifting super rough, so I don't know if the fluid is low or if it's just, you know, the transmission going out. But it does move. It does shift too. So I'm gonna hold out hope that maybe it just needs a transmission fluid flush. I'll get a new pan gasket and everything and flush out the whole transmission. But I mean, for $500, it's really, I can't complain that much about it. I'll see you guys tomorrow when I'm back at the shop and we'll see what we can do about the transmission, because I bet you it's leaking. All right, we're back again and I'm gonna give you guys a little cold start, because honestly, it doesn't sound too bad for being stock. All right, so under the car now, it's covered in a lot of spider webs, but if you look up there, kind of where the transmission is, you can see it's pretty wet down there. So I'm gonna guess that the transmission is probably pretty low on fluid. While I wait to get all the stuff for the transmission, I'm going to chop this muffler off because I like loud cars, and I think you guys too if you're watching this channel. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna run the new exhaust because I can't weld, nor do I have a welder to even learn, but at least I can chop it off and it can be loud for a little bit. And now I'm gonna give you guys a sound test. Oh my God, does this thing sound so freaking nice. I can't emphasize enough how happy I am to have another E46, bro. I've been wanting to get one for a whole year, and now it's fine. I finally got one. Just the unfortunate part is it needs a lot of work. So also notice those drips there, right? So that's coming from the CV axle. And it's dripping a lot of the grease that's inside, which is basically just turned to water at this point. So that's definitely got to get fixed. But I'm going to end the video here, guys. In part 2, we will do an oil change. We'll service the transmission. We're going to get the suspension put on the car. Maybe we'll even get some new wheels. Never know. So I'm going to end it off here, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the videos. Please like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Bye-bye!